here at CTK Ferndale. Did some updates on the board. Should be very straightforward. Here's the main thing. This is a good starting point. So you can recall that one. So say you recall it, boom, recall, then move down to either this weekend or call it something different, and then store it. Push store, boop. Do that before you start anything so that you have this kind of default template to work off of. So what I will do is I will start you on this weekend. So you should be ready to go for this weekend actually. So it's already started there. So then I've just labeled everything across the bottom. Really all you should have to do is set your gains, do some EQ, do whatever you want in the monitor. So 14 is the floor monitor. So you can just say, once you get through your gains, say you've got a vocal, maybe some acoustic guitar. I think that's honestly what you have this weekend, and you just should be good. I've put some verbs on here. And so there's a vocal verb. It's labeled as well. So if you go to 15, I just put some vocal verb in there, and then an instrument verb. So, say some acoustic guitar. Acoustic guitar, or, if you have violin or something like that, that'd probably be a good one for it. If you want to put something new, I would suggest doing a new scribble strip below it. We can get some magnets or something like that, or just put it on put a piece of tape and say that, hey, we're putting it on the electric guitar channel. But this is kind of a default band sort of setup. So say we put some effects on the guitar, something like that. Maybe snare drum. We'll do something like that. And then during the service, say you have a vocal, hey Lauren, because you just do some checks on vocal 1.
Which one's that?
That one.
Check 1, 2.
So now that's
check.
dry.
Check 1, 2. Check.
Okay.
Check.
And I just want to add some verb.
Check 1, 2. Check.
There it is.
Check 1, 2.
That's as simple as that. So when they're talking, pull the verb down a little bit. So talk.
I'm talking now, and it's not as much verb.
And then go la la la.
La 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 la.
Yep. So then we just pull it up while they're singing, pull it down a little bit. Don't mute the verb. It's really distracting. You can tell that it's went on and off. So just pull it up and down as needed. But yeah, that's kind of the same thing. Handheld is this guy. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, 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 1, 2, 2. And then your headset is right here. Let's see. What else? Oh, I've labeled BL1 is backline. So you have 2 snakes. You have one. If I zoom in, see that little box? I'll go up there. That little box is your backline snake. That is channels 1 through 12. So I've labeled them on here. Backline 1 through 12. And then you get over to frontline 1, and that's in that front floor pocket. Okay, so that's in the front floor pocket, and you have 6 more inputs there. I've already assigned some DCAs, which are assigned to these. I've got drum, instrument, vocal, speaker, media. For right now, until I do a further training, I would say don't worry about the DCAs. Basically, all you're doing is if I want less drums, I pull this down. If I want less instruments, I pull this down, So it's kind of a sub mixer. It's kind of an easy, like once you've got a great mix on your first layer, it basically, you can mix most of the service from right here. Really the best way to do it is through a user layer, and because we don't have a USB stick in it, it's not as handy. So for right now, I would say don't really worry about your DCAs, honestly. You can do everything from this level, and it's honestly super simple. You want some verb, there it is. You want some instrument, verb, there it is. And I just used a room verb. It's really subtle and it probably needs dialed in, but that's what I'm working with today. Let me just show you while I'm here. This front line box is in here. And that's labeled, again, that's front line 1 through 6, which is channels 13 through 18. And then 1 through 12 is on this backline snake. So this is just 1 to 1, but I've also labeled on here, I guess that's upside down for you. This is 1 through 12, which on the mixer is 1 through 12. So that's kind of the scoop. Should be ready for this weekend. I've wired this floor wedge, which is a very temporary sort of thing, but I've wired it to where you just turn the mains on and it's on, and you just send whatever to aux 14 that you want to happen. So other than that, I think we're good. We ripped out all of those cables down there, so they've got some cable ties on there, at least some temporary ones. I want to use some different ones. Yeah, keep it clean. Don't leave it out if you don't need it. It's easy enough to run a couple cables, but it's a giant pain to disassemble the rat's nest. So it's clean. Still need to route drums and bass. Those could probably be left in, but you want to have a nice waterfall over to them, and that's for a different day. All right.